Hello and welcome to your monthly Taroscopes with me, Intuitive Renee. We are looking at October 2021. I can't quite wrap my head around that, but welcome. These are your Taroscopes for the month ahead. Taroscopes are released every single month on the last Friday of the month to give you insight, inspiration, and guidance for the month ahead. The videos will remain available to you throughout the month of October and even after that. So if you ever need to come back and watch again, you certainly can do so. Taroscopes, I have put them together to help you with insight, with guidance, with inspiration, looking at various or a few areas of life that I feel is relevant and appropriate for every one of us. So just a little bit of insight into the energies around what you can expect on emotions, what you can expect around finances, and what you can expect around your health, as well as giving you an overall kind of theme for the month ahead. And also, just before we finish off, I like to give a little bit of information as to what to watch out for and what to embrace, what to accept into your life during the month as well. I've had so many people say to me over the last couple of months when they've watched the Taroscopes that they've come back to it sort of closer to the end of the month or partway through the month, just as a reminder, just to sort of check. And there's so much that is applicable and appropriate. And I'm always a little bit blown away as to how relevant it can be for so many different people. I also, when I set up and start recording these videos, I do set the intention that it be applicable to your sun sign, which is your standard zodiac that we're all aware of, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you know what your moon sign is, if you know what your rising sign is, you can watch those videos as well, which will help you to have a little bit more information into you, what you're dealing with, and what you're going through. All I ask in return, if you do enjoy the content, all I ask is that you click that subscribe button over there. Click the subscribe button, and then if you click the little bell next to it, basically what happens is you will then receive a notification every single time I upload a video. At the moment, my upload schedule is a daily tarot reading, 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday. Actually, I'm lying to you, that's Monday to Saturday, because on Sundays I like to do Oracle Sundays. So Oracle Sundays, we do a little bit more of an in-depth reading. We give a little bit more guidance into the Sunday and into the week coming up. So you can almost look at it as a week ahead kind of forecast energetically. And then during the week, we'll have just a straightforward tarot reading to give guidance for the day. And then every Friday, we'll have something interesting. Normally it's a pick a card. Normally it's a pick a card kind of reading. And the last Friday or Friday of the month will be Taroscopes. And there may be one or two little other things that might crop in over the next month as well. So do be sure to click that subscribe button. And click the bell so that you don't miss anything. And of course, if you want more from me, there's always more. Now I sound like I'm an advert, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell myself to you. But if you want more, if you would like to have personal reading with me once a week, do consider joining my YouTube channel members. So just once you've clicked subscribe, just beneath over there, you will find once you've clicked subscribe, you will find a button that says join. And when you join there on the second or the third tier, every single Wednesday evening, South African time, 7 p.m., I do live readings where you get to ask questions and you get to get instant answers from me. The channel is growing so nicely. I have so many members already, and I love it. It is just, we have so much fun on a Wednesday evening. It's so interactive, it's so fun, and I know that everybody who's part of the club just can't wait for Wednesdays to come along. So let me stop babbling now. I'm finished with my sales pitch. Let's get into your Taroscopes, because that is, of course, exactly why you are here and what you are looking for. So we're going to get started, and I do hope that you enjoy. Okay, Gemini, let's get into your reading for the month of October, and let's see what's in store for you. We're going to start with this card over here, which is going to give you your theme for the month ahead. Let's have a look and see what we have, if I can pick the card up. All right. Oh, I like this. Actually, let me pick it up and show you. So what we have here, Gemini, it says to get back to elemental, get back to the elements, get back to the things that are truly important. I think that is just such a beautiful card. It is card 48 in case you're interested. And I'm loving the earthy tones and the earthy colors in the card. It almost matches the table. And what this card is saying to me is that it's time to just simplify. It's time to get back to basics. It's time to get back to the basic elements of situations, of circumstances, of your life, and to not allow things to complicate, to overwhelm, to get in the way, to whatever. It's definitely a time to get back to element, get back to elementals, and just if you're facing a challenge, if you're facing a problem, if there's something going on in your life at the moment, let's break it down into its core ingredients. Let's break it down into its core structures to better understand it. And by doing that, we are going to be able to overcome almost anything. So Gemini, get back to elemental as a theme for the month ahead, I think is really great. It's not easy. It's certainly not going to be easy because you possibly have tried it already. But we all generally tend to, I think it's human nature to overcomplicate things, especially challenges, especially problems that we may be experiencing. And get back to elemental as a card, it's really just saying to you, let's just get back to our grassroots. Let's go back to simple. Let's just revert back to a status, a time, a place, an energy where we knew what was going on, where we were comfortable, where we were familiar. And then let's start building ourselves up again from there. So back to basics. It's almost like pushing the reset button. The other thing that really stands out for me is the brown earthy colors. As I said, it ties in with the table quite nicely, but I also think it's telling you to connect, to spend a bit more time in nature, to connect with outdoors, to connect with bare feet on the ground, to just earth, ground, and connect. And if you can do that, if you can get back to basics with everything in life, you're going to find the current challenges, situations, and circumstances that you're dealing with just get easier and easier to overcome, to fix, to repair, to build on. Okay. So as a theme, I think that's actually quite fabulous. All right. So Gemini, we're now going to go into the rest of the reading. We're going to start with these three cards across the top, which are going to give us insight into our emotions, our finances, and our health and well-being. So starting off with emotions, what is the energy? What do you need to know in the month of October with regards to your emotional well-being? I love these cards. They are so gorgeous. We have got the Eight of Cups. Okay. So Gemini, and it's tying in, all right? I'm seeing the connection. I'm seeing the link between these two. Eight of Cups, here she is. She is walking a path across water, through water, okay? And you can see we've got green water on this side and it looks like bluish water on that side. But basically what she's doing is she's exploring her options. She's deciding for herself that wherever she is on this side of the river, maybe it's not perfect for her. Maybe it comes with a couple of challenges, a couple of complications. Maybe it's just not perfect, okay? And she's recognizing that she deserves perfect. She deserves better and she wants, I think that's the key. I think that's the key here is that she wants more for herself. She wants better for herself. So she has now found the courage and the confidence to start exploring. Eight of Cups is the card of exploring options, okay? And I do think it's basically saying to you, life is very complicated. Emotionally, things are very complex at the moment, very complicated. And you're not going to be able to fix it. You're not going to be able to resolve it from where you are currently. We need to push the reset. And maybe in order to push the way to push that reset is by going across the river, going to explore what's on the other side. It doesn't mean that that's your final choice. It doesn't mean that you can't say, okay, no, I don't want that. I'm coming back. You have options available to you. But if you don't get back to the basics of what's important to you, what's significant to you on an emotional level, you're always going to feel like something's missing. You're always going to feel like as if there's a lack, as if there's something not there. And we don't want that. Spirit doesn't want that for you. Spirit wants you to live your best life, for you to be completely happy. But in order for you to do that, it's time that you explore other options. You know, what happens is once she's walked this path, once she's crossed the river and she's arrived at the other side, from where she stands at the moment, it just looks like there's an overgrown bush of leaves and flowers and everything, and she can't actually see what's there. Once she's there and she's parted, once she pulls those leaves apart and she looks beyond, she may see something truly fabulous. She may even see something and she goes, oh, is that all that's there? I don't want that. I'm going back to where I came from. But it's about making the decisions for yourself. So, Gemini, emotionally, this is basically saying to you, explore, ask the questions, probe, look, all of that, okay? But it's about once you have all the facts, once you are back to basics, once you have all that information in front of you, then you're in a better place to make decisions, especially around emotions, okay? So let's get back to basics. Let's get back to the root of what we are, who we are, what we want, what we desire before we make any changes. And I do think spending the entire month of October doing that is just perfect, because then next month and the month after that can be the times where you implement changes, growth, adventure. But for now, it's about just looking to see what's available to you so that you can figure out what truly matters. Alrighty. Gemini, let's have a look and see with regards to finances, career, and the income that we generate for ourselves. What do we have there? Okay, please exclude the glare that we have on the card, but it doesn't interfere with the image in any way, so we can ignore it. What we have here, Gemini, is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is such a fabulous card. So there she sits. She has opened this really thick leather-bound book. It is a book full of knowledge, full of inspiration, full of everything that she's looking for. And as she opens it, this huge big flower comes out. It's almost like that flower was waiting to bloom, and as she opened the book, boom, it just came out. It is the card of inspiration. It's the card of taking your ideas and almost setting them free, okay? And that's what you need to do. So financially, you know these changes, you know that these things that you want to do, everything is there, everything is right there in your lap, everything is right there where you need it to be. But it is a case of just opening the book, having the book, keeping the knowledge inside a book, keeping everything together is great. But let's rather open it and set it free. Let's rather open it and allow things to develop to its full potential. And I do think that's exactly what the Ace of Wands is telling you. When it comes back to getting back to basics, don't overcomplicate it. The book is closed. We don't really know what's inside. We don't really know what it contains, but we can get quite lost in our minds, quite lost in our thoughts around that. Financially, Spirit is saying to you, it's actually fairly simple. Just open to allow the opportunity to blossom and to grow. If you think about it and you wait and you ponder and you strategize, nothing's happening, okay? Then you're just circling the book and going round and round and round. Spirit is saying, get back to basics. Start by opening the book to page 1. Read, explore, and move on to the others. But if the book stays closed, you stay closed. Opportunities stay closed. So financially, things are ready to start blooming. Things are ready to start changing. There's improvement, there's increase, there's so much that's possible for you during the month of October. But if you do not open the book and take that first step, simple steps, if you don't do that, it's not going to happen. Okay, so Gemini, you know what you need to do. Open the book, start taking in the knowledge, start taking the inspiration, start allowing the opportunities to blossom and to grow in the way that they need to. Good. We're now going to have a look at your physical health and well-being. So Gemini, during the month of October, with regards to your health and well-being, what do you need to know? What is important and significant for you during the month of October? What we have here is the gorgeous Page of Pentacles. I love Page of Pentacles. So here we have this, I'm going to call her this little fairy girl, okay? She is climbing up on leaves and she's using them as almost a ladder to reach the flower, and it actually looks like the same flower. So we have set it free here financially, and now physically we need to tend to it. You can see that on her back she has a watering can. Not only does that watering can carry water, but it carries life force. Okay, remember, this has got to do with your physical well-being. It's telling you that you have to climb a bit higher, you have to reach a little bit higher to appreciate what's really there, so that you can tend to your physical being. I actually want to bring it closer and show you here. So Gemini, look at that. We've got dragonflies again, and you had dragonflies over there, the 2 yellow dragonflies. So we've got an abundance of dragonfly, and she's got her watering can, which, like I said to you, it carries life force. And we have to take care of our life force. It's not something that you can ignore. It's not something that doesn't need your attention. It actually does need your attention, okay? So your physical body requires a little bit of maintenance, requires a little bit of tender loving care. And Page of Pentacles says you know exactly what you need to do, but maybe you're feeling a little bit uncertain, a little bit insecure, a little bit not confident in yourself and in what you need to do. We're afraid of slipping off the leaf. We're afraid of not reaching. We're afraid of not succeeding. So we're not doing at all. Okay. And this is telling you that there is something in your life at the moment, something with your physical being that does need a little bit of tending, does need a little bit of tender loving care. But remember, don't overcomplicate it. Let's keep it simple. So if there is something niggling you on a physical level, don't have to complicate it. You don't have to go overboard in your treatment, in your healing, in your process. Keep it simple. Keep it as simple and as complicated as you can. And maybe even I'm going to look at flower remedies. All right. So Gemini, I'm going to say to you, looking at this, if there is something on a physical level that you're battling with, that you're struggling with, look at natural flower remedies, but don't ignore. There is definitely some TLC needed in something in your life, and you have to do the work. Nobody else is there, okay? Nobody else is there. She's on her own. She has initiated and she has done it on her own, and you are the only one who can make the improvements, changes that are needed. All right, we have got 2 cards left across the bottom here, Gemini, and what we're looking at here is what is it that you need to embrace during the month of October, and what do you need to be careful of during the month of October? So let's have a look and see what we have. So to embrace, we have got the Queen of Swords. I love it. I do think our Queen of Swords is connected to the physical. She's also connected to the money and to the emotions. Queen of Swords is about taking advantage of what's around you, okay? Taking advantage of this hot air balloon. She's climbing on top. She's sitting right at the top there, feeling very comfortable, but she's got a telescope. And she's using that telescope to peek into the future, to look ahead, to see where she's at, where she needs to go, how she's going to get there. She's almost surveying the land, okay? And this is something that you need to embrace. And I think when I say that it connects with these 3 cards quite clearly, because she's surveying the land to see opportunity, to see possibilities, to see shortfalls, to see problem areas, to see shortcuts, whatever it may be. And that's what the 8 of Cups is. The 8 of Cups on an emotional level is Spirit saying to explore options. Look at what else is there. What else is available to you to make you happy? What else is out there that could bring you joy, could bring you happiness, could bring you whatever you're looking for, okay? So survey, look. Just because you see it doesn't mean you're going to go to it, doesn't mean you're going to take it, doesn't mean you're going to work with it. On a financial level, if you don't open that book, if you don't take that first step, it's not going to happen. You're not going to initiate the changes that you're looking at. And again, Queen of Swords, she's embracing that. She's saying, all right, so what's available? What's out there? What do I want? What don't I want? Which direction am I moving in? She is very much taking care of. We're now going to have a look at what do you need to avoid or be careful of or watch out for during the month of October. We have the Knight of Swords. I'm laughing because we've got the Queen, and now we've got the Knight. Both of these are about your mind, about your thoughts, and about the kind of stuff that we get stuck in our heads with, isn't it? So our Queen, she's taking advantage of situation. She's using telescope. She's using the tools available to her to look further, to explore, to investigate, okay? Our Knight doesn't do that. Our Knight climbing on this feather, allowing the feather to be the transport, but there is a little bit of magic, there is a little bit of opportunity, but they're so focused. They are so precision focused. And this is what Spirit is saying. Yes, we need to be aware of the bigger picture. We need to look a little bit further. We need to explore. We need to investigate our options. But we mustn't be so focused on only one outcome. I do want to bring this card back into it. This card about getting back to basics, getting back to our elements, getting back to the things that truly matter. Maybe we've lost our way a little bit. Maybe we're heading in a completely disastrous kind of direction. And this is Spirit saying to you, Gemini, that, you know what, let's stop, let's reevaluate where we are, what we're doing. This is what to embrace. This is what to watch out for, or to be careful of. And maybe we need to just stop the journey that we're on, stop the progress until we know exactly where we want to be or where we're heading. All right. So Gemini, I have another deck of cards here, which is the Oracle deck that pairs with this tarot deck. So this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Let's just, I'm grabbing a card to pair with these two, with what to embrace and what to watch out for. And let's just see what Spirit want to bring through for you on this for you, Gemini. So Gemini, from Spirit, additional card of these swords that we have. What do we need to know? What do we need to be mindful of for the month of October? And we're taking that card over there. Right, let's have a look at it. So we've got this beautiful flower coming through again. It's just a different one. And I love the fact that her eyes are closed. I love the fact that she's so in the moment. And it talks about the elixir of life. What is the elixir of life? It's the juice that keeps you going. It's the thing that motivates you. It's the thing that inspires you. It's the elixir or the juice that keeps you motivated. And I think this is, and I'm sticking it between these two because it ties in so beautifully. Gemini, this is Spirit saying to you what's truly important. The elixir of life is going back to our elements, going back to our basics, going back to our foundation. Who are you? What are you? What matters to you? What is important to you? Is success, is, achievements and accomplishments, is that what truly matters? Or are we looking for improving our physical, improving our emotional, allowing opportunities to blossom instead of just doing? Okay. And I do think that's why this elixir of life has come through. It's basically saying to you, stop all activity, stop everything, and just smell, acknowledge, feel, emote, but recognize who you are at the core of your being. Who are you underneath the surface? And do you like that person? Are you happy with who you are? Or is it time to make some changes? I am going to say to you, Gemini, this is not the month to make the changes. Okay. The only change that you should make now is the stopping, is the timeout. Okay. Stop activities while we regroup, because that's what's important. Let's get back to basics. Let's get back to the simple so that we can enjoy everything that we need to. Because here, when I look at this, this is Spirit saying to you, you're moving too quickly. You're moving ahead faster than you should be, not really paying attention to the things that truly matter. All right. So, Gemini, I do hope that October is a good month for you. I do hope that October and that this reading helps you to achieve the things that are important and significant. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care.